Hi, podcast listeners. This is Annabelle, the founding and managing partner of the Paris-based and London-based law firm Crefovi, which focuses on advising the creative industries. So at the moment, since the 1st of January 2021, we notice that there's quite a lot of chaos in order to seamlessly do business between France and the United Kingdom, because a lot of processes and systems which were in place before Brexit are now questioned and or stopped, changed, amended. So, for example, yesterday I spent 20 minutes calling the French tax authorities in various departments in order to clarify whether I should send invoices to my UK-based clients without the VAT for legal services. And that is further to checking on the web, on the internet, a lot of articles on the subject, and I just couldn't find my answer. So I actually had to call the French tax authorities to clarify that, yes, indeed, you should not tax the invoice the 20% VAT to a UK business anymore, because now it is a third party state, i.e. outside the European Union. Some other issues are, for example, for EU citizens like myself who live in the United Kingdom and may think the situation as merely a settled citizen or a permanent resident is too weak, too risky, and therefore they have to now take the life in the UK test, as well as the knowledge of English language test, and then apply to get a British citizenship and therefore a UK passport. So there are lots of changes coming due to Brexit. I won't go into the political arguments, which is that Brexit was completely useless and just a knee-jerk reaction of UK nationalists. I won't go into that because that's not helpful, that's not constructive. But my piece of advice for the creative industries is to, take it in stride and go one step at a time and double check with the authorities, be it the tax authorities, as I mentioned, or the customs authorities, or your accountant, etc. Just check all these points in terms of invoicing your clients, sending goods from the UK to Europe, in particular France, or vice versa, sending merchandise products from France to the United Kingdom, and taking it one step at a time, calmly, because everybody is facing the same situation anyway, and also be careful. Although, of course, it is eroding your margins to have to do all this work, and potentially there are some more costs now due to the red tape imposed by all these changes, these additional forms, the costs are going up. So this is eroding your margin, but also being very mindful of not increasing your prices too steeply. For example, I recently came back to London, to the UK, and my local Tesco, the prices at my local Tesco have gone up probably 30 to 40% since last year. So this is due not only to COVID-19, where major supermarkets like Tesco pretended that logistic and supply chains were disrupted, therefore they increased their prices, but it is also due to Brexit. Now things are more expensive. Primary goods are more expensive to come in the UK. So now my reaction as a customer is I am not prepared to pay 30 or 40% more than what I used to pay before. Therefore, I'm going to find an alternative to Tesco. And as a creative industries company or a professional who provides goods to the members of the public, to consumers, I think you really have to be mindful that the competition is very strong out there, especially in this increasingly online world where we live, and therefore you can definitely shop online to find a better deal. So I repeat, my piece of advice to the creative industries who do business between France and the UK at this point in time is take it one step at a time and double check everything with the appropriate and relevant authorities in terms of tax consequences to Brexit, customs consequences to Brexit, logistic consequences, contract consequences, IP-related consequences. Just call the appropriate organizations, being the UK IPO, the HMRC, the Customs and Exile in the UK, or the equivalent of these organizations in France. Number two, be mindful of the fact that if you increase your prices too steeply because of the eroding margins due to all the additional red tape and increased cost due to Brexit, and to a degree also to COVID-19, be mindful that if you increase your prices too steeply, you may lose some market share and clients, because they will shop elsewhere, because now they have the ability to actually shop online, and there is a broader market out there thanks to the internet. So consumers will go where they get the best deal. So be mindful of all these points, and best of luck for this new year 2021, which starts on a high note. I think everybody will agree that there's a lot of energy going on, and a need and desire for change and more fluidity and seamless business, despite Brexit. And best of luck for this new year 2021. May it be fruitful, constructive, and fun to you all. Bye for now.